Love and peace and happiness. Beautiful day, beautiful soul. And welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic. And I'm back. You can call me Mel. I'm back to deliver this latest timeless collective channeled message from the download series. So if you're here, pick it up and it resonates. If you're here, it's by divine design. Ooh, trying to say everything at once. Can you just say one thing at a time? If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts on the website, the video in the description box. The following message has been co-signed by the divine and sponsored by Spirit. And after these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. And so we're going to get right into the download today. I'm going to start us off from the wild unknown archetypes. We have pulled your alpha and omega messages. We pull them first. We will read them last. But let's see, what is the wild unknown archetype? What is the energy? What's the experience here that you want to talk about in the download? Oh, thank you for the growth on our channel. I do what I do because I absolutely love and adore my brothers and sisters of humanity. I know that the more empowered each one of us is, we lend to the more empowered authenticity of all. Okay. Here we go. The shadow. Denying unconscious aspects of the self in the world. Revealing unconscious aspects of the self in the world through the shadow. So what's going on in this energy? The shadow is coming out. Okie dokie. We'll take it. Let's see from the wild unknown archetypes what Spirit will add to our message. What is the most important message here? There it is. Okay. It's the new pearl. It also says Margarita Preciosa, the new pearl. Okay. Ha! Thank you. As you go in and do the shadow work, you find the new pearl. The new pearl, what? New pearl. The new pearl of wisdom. The new pearl of wisdom is gained, but look at how it's sitting in the dark. It's sitting in the shadow. You got to go into the shadow to find the new pearl. Yeah, wisdom is there. Empowerment is there. It's necessary place to go if you want your wisdom to grow. All right. What's the spiritual news with this? They showed it to me. I wasn't gonna do it, but now I'm just feeling like I need to go ahead and pull one of these. What is the spiritual news happening in this energy with the shadow and the new pearl, please? And thank you. This one. Spirit says the gift of fertility is upon you. Whatever you are wanting or trying to birth into your reality, here to tell you that it's time to do it is now. Okay. All right. So dig into the shadow. There is a pearl of wisdom there awaiting you to find it. And it's like it's a necessary part to this which you're trying to create. It's like the shadow right here is as a that which lies in between you and your wish fulfillment. Thank you. The shadow's coming through as whatever it is that hasn't allowed it, wherever the vibrational dissonance is between you and your wish fulfillment, wherever the belief gap is, wherever there's resistance still. So it's like delve into the shadows so you can find the new wisdom, because that is something you need. And even that pearl is coming through like, why does it all of a sudden, oh God, somebody has a nipple piercing, or this is coming through though, like it's the seed that was planted. Okay, so let me see tribe's energy. Thank you. Tribe's energy, we have the hawk. Gain perspective and observe from above. There's something needs to be seen, tribe, with the hawk. You got the hawk. Predator energy. Again, you're on the mission for something. You're the one that wants to do something. You're the one that wants to attain something. On the other side of the table from the tribe, what do we have is the turtle. Advance steadily, even if slowly. Like what you seek, it already exists. It's like, just, it doesn't matter how long you take. It's gonna be there when you get there. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there. Doesn't matter how long it takes you to get this work. It's gonna be there when you get there. I heard whether it's in this life or the next, you're gonna get there. Okay, but you're on the hunt for something in this. Okay. And this turtle is saying to me, because turtles live partly on land and partly on water, but this one is saying to me, yeah, you're gonna have to get onto into your emotions to get it, like to obtain what you're wanting. And this experience is going to require that you get deep into those emotions. Okay. All right. I want to use the Wild Unknown Tarot again. I'm really liking this, using this combination of and layering the cards the way I have been. It just really repeats the message and makes it clear the parts that they want us to hear, the spirit wants us to hear. Bless our sky, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence wants us to hear. Yes. Okay. So let me see again on tribe side. What's the energy on tribe side, please? On the tribe side of the table, the Fool. Taking a risk, taking a leap of faith. Okay, ready for a new beginning. You're just like a little baby chick learning how to walk. You're about to learn how to fly. Okay, I heard, yeah, you're about to learn how to fly. All right, let's see the other side of the table energy. And we have the Mother of Cups. It's calling you forward. Wow. So this is like your dream, your wish fulfillment. This thing is beckoning to you. It's like a beacon going off. It's like a yeah, a homing beacon. It's like it's enticing you. It's Queen of Cups energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, but she's holding her wing out. You see it? She's holding her wing out over there. Like, come on, little baby. This is like when my granddaughter starts walking and we're all sitting there and we're like, oh my God, come here, little baby. Yes, it looks like that. Okay. What's the connecting energy? What's the situation in this connection? As it landed right on my lap, we have the Son of Swords. And that is a confirmation of what I said. Cutting through any negativity, anywhere where there's been doubt, anywhere where there's been hesitation, resistance, restriction, fears, worries, concerns, lack and limitation ideas in between getting here and there. Yeah, that's going to be dealt with. And this is an owl energy. Now, I don't know if owls actually hunt chicks, but in this case, it looks like this owl wants to hunt the chick. It's like, you need to, somebody, this has to, I just heard immunizations, that I saw immunizations in the cards. So somehow that's coming up. But there is something here about, like, for this to be a success, this truth must be accepted, acknowledged. This fact must be integrated, not rejected, not denied, not it can't be pushed away. It can't be ignored. It's got to be integrated. So there's a truth that must be integrated in order for you to be in the mode of receiving the things that this, what's it called? The new pearl, the value from the new pearl. Okay. What do you need to know? What is it that this situation is trying to, what do you need to know? What do you need to know? What you need to know is the Emperor. Aries energy, father energy, protection energy, organization energy. You need to know you're blessed, safe, and protected no matter what you do in your skin. And this total eclipse of the sun that's up here, I can't help but notice that. It's like you're protected as you go through these major transformations, major changes. As your life takes, I heard the word overhaul, as there's a complete overhaul in your energy. You're protected, you're guided, you are looked after. This is going to require discipline. You will need discipline. You're going to need to be brave. I heard, and the Father is there protecting you as well. This is going to give you some knowledge and wisdom that you need to stand tall in this situation. That's the pearl. I'm hearing that's the pearl. Okay. We'll find out more. Let me see what else can you show. What's the guidance in this? What's the guidance? Okay. The guidance is the 9 of Wands. And why you give me 2? Father of Cups. 9 of Wands and the Father of Cups. The guidance is the 9 of Wands. Like practice makes perfect, I'm hearing with the 9 of Wands. Practice makes perfect. You have many skills and abilities. Okay. The emotional mastery is a big thing. Okay. You're going to be pleased with the results. Then we have the Father of Cups and Mother of Cups energy that comes together. Yeah, you need to get that mastery of the shadow aspect, because Cups is shadow color with the shadow card coming out. It's like once you get the mastery of the shadow aspect, you're good. Okay. The moon is below you, which is right now coming out like a lot of emotional stuff that happens in the night in the shadow. Okay. So it's like once you get a mastery over that thing that you've been afraid of that's happening in the shadow, then all of a sudden it's like that's where the pearl of wisdom is revealed. Thank you. Because the Mother and Father of Cups can come together. That's where the balance happens. That's where you find your yin yang energy. And I just see like once that yin yang comes together inside of you, it like unlocks and reveals. It unlocks and it reveals. This path is protected. You're safe. No weapon sent against you can harm you. Verbal attacks, psychic attacks, mental attacks, emotional attack, they can't really hurt you because you know God is on your side and you trust in your path. And after having experienced so much about things that you previously had no knowledge about, like the moon just said, yeah, you didn't know nothing about it. It had to be revealed. It was hidden in your subconscious. It was hidden in the shadow. It was hidden in the dark. But once you have it revealed, becomes clear to you, then it does this yin yang energy thing. It becomes balanced and it unlocks the pearl of wisdom for you, the new pearl. Okay. Like it might have taken you, it might take you years to figure this out. Okay. This could be about taking your personal authority and exercising it. This could be about protecting your energy. This could be about fathers who aren't available and how it's caused you to seek emotional fulfillment from some masculine energies. All of these different things are true for different ones of you. Let me see the Fool. Why is the Fool here in this tribe energy? The Tower, the Epiphany, the act of God that allows you to see beyond what you thought you knew. About the Three of Swords, about that which entangled you, about emotional entanglements, mental entanglements, hurt, the truth that hurts like a bee and sets you free. And the High Priestess with the Virgo, okay, about things that were kept secret Thank you. About secrets. About sacred wisdom, gaining the sacred wisdom from the truth that hurts like a bee and sets you free, understanding the value of doing such a thing. Okay, and the 9 of Cups and the wish fulfillment. Somebody here is realizing, tribe, you're realizing that although it's been a painful path with this Virgo, it has been the path of your wish fulfillment and you're grateful for it. Somebody else, you're realizing that you've been through all these different pains, but through each one of them, you've been able to gain another pearl of wisdom. Okay. It taught you emotional independence in so many cases. I'm hearing it taught you emotional independence. Let's go to the mother. Yeah, somebody's saying to themselves, I have been through so much stuff. I don't need nobody no more. Okay. That's tough. That's interesting. The Son of Pentacles coming out with the Mother of Cups. Son of Pentacles is Knight of Pentacles energy. So consistently coming through with the Hermit. Consistently check yourself on your journey. Consistently check with your soul. Consistently follow your own guidance. I'm hearing that's one of the messages of this Mother of Cups. What else? And the 5 of Cups, especially when things feel sad. It's time to check in with your soul. Okay, because the 4 of Wands. Because when you're sad, when you're sad, when you're having vibrational dissonance, you're not in alignment with your highest true self. So it's like this is inviting you to check with your soul self, check with your true self, check with your authentic self about why you have the vibrational dissonance, because it's the path of wish fulfillment, and this sadness is exactly what set you on your path. It's like, why they just show me when you look over to the side and you think, I'm gonna just go this way over here, but then you look over there and you realize it's a cliff over there. Never mind, I'm just gonna stay on the path. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Okay, if you got that, it was for you. Show me this Knight of Swords, this Son of Swords energy as a connecting energy between the hawk and the turtle. And we have the 2 of Wands. There's 2 paths. They're running parallel. They're going to cross points at some point down there. Let me see some more. And when it does, it's freedom, okay? It's judgment, it's liberation, okay? About 2 of Cups, love and reflection, and the Daughter of Wands and good news. So there's these two, where they're 2 people. What's going to happen is when they cross paths, it causes some realization. There's an experience they haven't had before in love. It's going to free them in some sort of way. There's a experience they haven't had before in being able to relate to another person. That's going to free them in some sort of way. There's a path of freedom that happens here. And it's like an inevitability. It is the path that you're already on. I'm hearing it's the path that you're already on. It must be done. Okay, show me this Emperor energy. Show me this Emperor energy. The Sun. Happiness, Leo energy. Okay, if we have the Moon come out here, I wouldn't be surprised. But let's see, we have the 6 of Cups. Clarity about the past. Yeah, absolutely. That's a vibe. Yeah, that's this clarity about the past. Okay, clear, being empowered, finding your empowerment because of past situations. Okay, 6 of Pentacles, giving and receiving, an alignment of energy with the 6 and the 6, creating harmony within, harmony outside as well. About 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so so this is like you meet somebody who talks to you about a relationship situation or a career path situation in which they gave too much in a situation, and then they realized like this doesn't feel good, and so they changed their ways, and then it helped them be more productive. Like they changed their path. They started to learn how to receive instead of just only be a giver. Some people are addicted to giving and don't know how to receive, and their energy is here. Show me the guidance with the 9 of Wands and the Father of Cups combined, please. I was looking for one card, but since you gave them to me together, you can clarify them together. Thank you. All right. And that's the 10 of Cups, which means harmony, relationships that are harmonistic, balanced, reciprocal, filled with love and light and peace and joy and just happiness on both sides of the table. Okay. And then we have the 7 of Cups. Okay. And then again in the 7 of Cups, there's this eclipse energy down here where it looks like this time it looks like a lunar eclipse, a full lunar eclipse. Interesting. Okay. So this is telling me like wherever there has been these relationships that are oh, this is just the best connection ever, but the truth is there was something underneath the surface there that was an illusion. Anywhere where it was that idea that it was so beautiful was a self-projected idea. You're realizing that. Okay. Ace of Wands, there's your empowerment. Anywhere where you were projecting your ideas and giving credit for those feelings, ideas, experiences to the other, you're realizing like it's something that's projected from within myself. I'm the creator of it. Yes, Ace of Wands and the Magician. In other words, you're not looking for the situation and the circumstance to satisfy because you realize like it only satisfies because you created it to be such a way. And so you're realizing big time in it. Ooh, 9 of Pentacles. No, yeah, 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Like independence. So there's this big realization as you go through these experiences, shadow experiences, stuff happens. It seems like it's on accident. You know, there's no such things as accidents. You know, as stuff is happening on purpose. And you're realizing that every time you go through a repetitive cycle or you have the experience that is ongoing, repetitive, that continues to hurt, you know that there's another side of the coin in it now. You're looking for the other side of the coin because you know that if you do look for the other side of the coin, you find it. And there's this emotional release that happens when you do. There's a satisfaction that comes through. And then you have this experience, what could totally be with the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person who's also being consistently on their own. They've been through a lot of sadness, okay? But the thing is, they have trusted in their own self-guidance, you know, and it could take them some time to get here. It could take them some time. Like you're trying to say, have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? So you could be like looking for this person with that hawk energy. You're looking for this person, like, where are you at? Okay, where's the person? But it's like this person is taking some time to show up. But when they show up, oh, they're ready. They are absolutely ready. And part of the thing on your side of the table that is offering resistance to allowing this person to show up is the idea that the harmony is in them showing up. And Spirit is here basically saying, nah, baby, the harmony is in you realizing that you're projecting that onto them and you're seeing your own reflection when they do show up. So whoever it is, but whoever it is that is showing up in this, is like somebody who's receptive, who's kind, who's nurturing, and you're fertile. You're able to produce right now. Like you're birthing something into your life. Okay, this new pearl of wisdom. The new pearl of wisdom has to do with paths crossed for a reason. And I do see that in this, a path's going to cross, and it's going to be good news. It's going to be good news. It could be good news because you're realizing like how you created all of this because you project the harmony. And so to live the harmony with another person. And then I just see like the person is on their path anyways to come, and it's leading right to your doorstep. Okay, this is about facing the past in so many ways as well. It's like as you bring light to what was hidden, as you face the past, you reap the rewards from the past. The karmic cycle turns into a cycle of abundance. It's like having put in the work to learn the lesson of what was feared, of what was false, of what was an illusion, then with the illusion being disseminated, destroyed, taken down, removed, you can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Okay. You can see clearly the opportunity that lies ahead of you. And from this more balanced point of view, instead of depending on them to be your harmony, you project the harmony into the situation. They show up because they actually were drawn to all of that, to your ability to know that, see that, and do that intentionally. It's drawing the right match in. All right. So let's see how much more we can get from this. Nine swords in reverse. The nine of swords in reverse is talk about not like finally getting a good night rest. I heard finally getting a good night rest. Finally having found the alignment, not stressed, not worried. Yeah, not stressed, not worried, getting a good night's rest. Laying a thing after you have processed something so much. It's just like, okay, I see where to leave this here. I'm good. Okay. And this is about being the boss. This is about an emperor. This is about the father. Again, that Aries energy. Okay. It's like, when you used to be afraid, when you used to be in anxiety and sleepless nights, and are blessed, safe, and protected, and you take charge and you direct the energy. You command where the energy flow goes. Okay, yeah, because you know that you could project things onto your reality. You could project the wealthiness, you could project the lovedness, you could project the peace, you project all this stuff. Okay, the thing is, it's something that comes from inside of you. It's something that you got to be in tune with your own soul journey in order to do this well. Took long enough to realize, and it's not, so if you do it the way that you meant to, or you do it in a way you didn't mean to, either way you did it. And so there's this taking responsibility and accountability for the actions. Okay, and again, for somebody, this is about a situation with the Virgo energy where there has been some challenge, but there's this realization. Okay, and it could have to do with the father, like, so this is like siblings, and one of them is a Virgo, and uh whatever happened with the father caused some hurt feelings, some animosity, some challenges. Okay, and now there's this realization happening that is empowering. Yeah, there's also this, like, on the other side of the table, whoever is there, like, they have a chance, they have opportunity, they have a decision, they have free will, they have choice in this. I do see a new person being attracted in anywhere where this is friendship wise. I see a new person, an empowered person coming in for something, a masculine. Here's the thing. You're wise. You're wise. You're not looking for them to be your end all be all, your happiness and your love, fulfillment, and all that. Because, like I said, you've already begun to realize that the love that you feel when you look at somebody is a that you're putting out onto the other person of is inner. It's held internally. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. So you say your truth and you move on, you move forward. Okay, somebody crossed your path for a reason, that to happen. You learn, you share the information. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck with the Mother of Cups over there. Again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy is on that side of the table for sure. Heavy emphasis on Pisces there with that moon as well. Okay, so there's a conversation that something you meant to say to this person. Okay, however far and however deeply connected this connection goes, there is something you're meant to say to this person. And it could be that you're explaining this idea of how, the love you feel is just a projection of your own self view that you're able to perceive in the other. Okay, because and while I'm saying that, I hear emergency vehicles outside. I heard sirens and a very fast engine. And so for somebody that's like, emergency services are on the way. Like somebody needs emergency services. Somebody, okay. Oh boy, this scenario they just showed me is actually not very pleasant, because they just showed me like there is specifically a woman, a feminine energy, who needs emergency services, and you cross paths with this person, and this person, you be like, well, why do you put up with that, or why do you allow for this or that? And then they'll tell you, it's because I love them so much. And you're like teaching them basically like that. You think you love them, but you love who you are when you're around them. You love being able to focus your love upon them. Yeah, there's this I literally just heard battered woman, and I just heard that, yeah, you're telling her you don't love anybody that treats you like that. You would never choose to be abused. I hear, okay, oh boy, with this abuse story again. So I see that there's a lot of people waking up to what abuse actually looks like. And some people didn't realize, even physical abuse, it's been coming out in different ways, and it coming out here again. It's not coming out on every single reading, but in this one it's coming out about, yeah, some physical abuse that somebody, maybe they didn't even realize that that was physical abuse. Like, okay, I don't know how they didn't realize that, but this is the way I heard it. Because to them, they were just so in love, so it wasn't wrong. Oh boy. Yeah, it's like they didn't realize that, their partner only having intimacy physically with them after they went to sleep was like tantamount to being raped every time. Like this person, somebody didn't realize. Okay. There's and that could be the truth that needs to be accepted in between a person and their wish fulfillment. Okay, 8 of Wands is in reverse. So there's this energy where it's like I'm not giving my energy out. I'm pouring my energy into myself right now. Yeah, there's this realization like, no, actually I don't love that one anymore. Okay. No, actually I don't love that one anymore. It's time to move on. I want to release this connection to this emperor energy. I want to release the connection to having to control. I don't want somebody to control me. And on your value, like, no. So what happens when you blame or give the responsibility of the harmony or love you feel inside to the other side of the table, is it's like you begin to give them the control over your life in a way, making that one responsible. No, it's not in a way, it totally is. I heard, yeah, making that one responsible for how you're feeling, and the love you do, and the joy and the happiness and the peace you do or don't feel, is very much so giving your power away to another. And it's like, now you're not doing that no more. Okay. um but you have given so much in this experience that part of your, I'm hearing partly the ego wants to just hold on, because it's like, but I've done so much here, how could I just let it go? I heard something better is to come, something better is to come for you. It's a new experience. uh, I hear, yeah, they always say things are going to get better, but they literally it keeps getting better. Okay. um One of the things that you need to address, though, is where you're stuck in your head and believing that you've already found your best and this is as good as it gets for you. Uh-huh. Because spirit is calling you forward. Spirit is calling you forward to somebody who is more reciprocal and receptive in your energy. Okay. Somebody who is different than what you've had since the 6 of Cups. What was joyful, you already felt like friendship, nurturing, but you didn't, and then you just didn't see it no more, and then it was all sadness, and you were like, let me feel better, and I got to choose something different. I'm gonna have to close this shit down in order to feel different. And I don't feel like it's not so much of, I mean, you close down some relationships along the way, But more than anything, I see like having closed down these emotional attachments and ideas that come from childhood. It's like from childhood, you learn to accept certain behaviors, right? Because remember, there's shadow energy that's in between you and the new pearl. And there's this fertility. So you're creating something. That new pearl of wisdom requires the addressing of the shadow. This shadow has something to do with since the past, okay? What has been accepted, allowed, perceived to be the truth, that ain't really the truth no more. And it's like one of the things that could be perceived to be the truth is like somebody didn't know that it is physical abuse when people don't let you sleep. Like every time you were falling asleep, all they did was intentionally come and disrupt your sleep. You didn't know that that was physical abuse until you did. Okay. And it's like there's this realization now that that's not love. It's not love. But for the longest, you thought it was love. You thought, well, it's because this person loves me. It's because I love them. No, it's not love. And now there's this undeniable awareness of the fact that it's not love. Before you'd try to explain it away to yourself or other people. There's no more doing that. It doesn't work like that anymore. Show me more in this. And now we have the sun in reverse. OMG. This whole experience. So it's not what you thought it was, is what I'm hearing. It's not what you thought it was. Ooh. And you just don't want it anymore. Yeah, you want to detach from this husband. You want to detach from the father. You want to detach from the responsibility. You want to let it go. And so you're making peace. You're getting in tune with your star player, I heard. You're reminding yourself that you're blessed, safe, and protected. Okay, you're reminding yourself that you got so far in life and it was not because of somebody else. It was because what you did for yourself, even if they gave to you, you attracted that, I heard. Okay. You feel like this is it. You feel like good judgment means I've done enough here. I've received all I could in this situation and I've given all I can in this situation and I got to go about on my own. Somebody here is waiting for you to come home. They're like looking for another chance, I heard. But the thing about giving chances is the more chances you give, the more chances they expect, I heard. And in this is like good news is out there. I'm looking for different good news and I'm focused on what I know to be the truth. Like this is like no more can I be deceived by an idea that person is my good news. No, I am my good news. My good news is generated within. My good feeling, my good awareness, my wisdom, my happiness, my sadness, my love, it's all generated within. Now that I know that, I want to align with some more stuff in which I create that experience for myself, is what I just heard. Okay, yeah. And it's like an investment is made. An investment is made into your joy, your happiness, the path that Spirit showed you. Yeah, with the Six of Swords beneath, moving into calmer waters, and that harmonizes with the Six of Pentacles at the end. So it's like you were thinking about things getting better, and guess what? They actually did. And part of that experience was that actually physically investing, whether it was time or money, you physically invested in the more harmonistic outcome. In other words, this is a beautiful place where I project joy and love and peace and happiness, and I get it here. Here I get it. I didn't get it over there, but I get it here. Okay. It started off giving it to me there, and so it's like you're just following the path of. It's like you've been leaving a trail for yourself to follow as you go, and along part of that trail, the birds came and ate up the trail, so you can't find that path back no more. You only moving forward, but you're realizing like you're the one that's laying the trail. Why am I laying a trail to the past? I heard, why am I laying a trail to the past? Why am I leaving a way back to the past when the way I want to go is forward? There's no reason for me to leave a trail to the past. except for the seeds of wisdom you're dropping for somebody else, okay? Except for the seeds of wisdom you're dropping for somebody else. You're about to gather yourself a new pearl of wisdom. Let me see some more. What else can you show me in this, please? And thank you. Nine of Pentacles. And guess what? It came out in reversed. This whole first thing is in reversed. So that is telling me that in this situation, you're not feeling upright. Like you're feeling still kind of backwards. They say, but the energy is there. There's an energy of independence. There's an energy of awareness. There's an energy of advancing and moving forward. And there's an energy of alignment there. But I feel like for these energies to be uprighted, that alignment is what much must be reached. So there's this understanding, like you got to make choices for yourself that are based off of, do I feel alignment in this or not? Right? And what, why do I feel like I feel I feel alignment with going to work because I show luck getting paid. Okay. Even though I might not always like what I do there, I do feel aligned with going to work. So I'm not finna not go to work, but I don't feel aligned with going over to this one's house or that one's house because I just don't want to. And it feels like crap to think about hanging out over there and listening to what they got to say and all this, that, and the other. So they're saying this is a kind of way for you to make your decisions, checking your own alignment, checking your motives, checking your reasons, right? Because there's some things that are not the funnest things, but you'll still feel better doing them than not doing them. Because, if you just don't decide not to go to work, then, you're not getting a check. And that feels even crappier than going to work. Okay. I also see that as you continue to check yourself for alignment, as you make decisions, you're going to find that there's going to be a lot more gains coming out towards you from the decisions that you make. In other words, you're going to receive more. You're going to get more. It's going to be more satisfying, okay? Yeah, you just want justice. You want the scales to be balanced. You're like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. There's been some unfairness. There's been some imbalance. There's been some wrongdoing. And you're just like, you're here for the balancing. You're here for the justice, okay? You could be wanting this court case to go a certain way, wanting the authorities to step in and do something about something, okay? But what are you doing? You're pressing charges. 10 of Swords, you're pressing charges. You are saying no. You are ending a situation. And you're realizing, ooh, that's a tough one. And you're realizing everywhere where you were betraying yourself in order to entertain this energy, and you're not doing that no more. The challenge in this is to accept that, like, this is a cycle that you built up for yourself and free yourself from it. Yeah, you're freeing yourself from a cycle. And it's not the easiest thing to do because it requires that you do something completely different than the way you've always done it. But guess what? You're doing it. You know you have to. You know it's time. Yeah, and then it's like if you are ending this and it's a romantic situation, there's a third party energy there. And it's like anywhere where this is not about romantic situation, I just feel like the lessons were taught along the way, experiences were shared that were teaching opportunities along the way. Well, the sun is in reverse here. Okay. Oh, and they said because your empowerment and your joy come from within, they don't come from outside. Remember that as you move forward and materialize the heck out of what you want on this path. You have all the tools. If you would just use them, I hear, in the correct order. If you would use them in the correct order, you would see what you want to see. But you haven't seen what you wanted to see, Two of Swords, because you were using your tools in an incorrect order. In other words, you were worrying about what was going on out there more. And at the end of the day, this message is saying there's so much here for you. So more you, less them. More you, less them. More you, less them. Yeah, we do mean that in a way that is grounded on the principles of love, peace, and happiness, not just for yourself, but for the other. Because if you're out here causing damage, that's not exactly what we mean at all. That has nothing to do with this. But at the same time, more you, less them, because there's a lot coming through you. You've gathered the wisdom you need to. You got all the tools and experience to obtain success in this. You're crossing paths with people who are ready, okay, ready. And you're realizing, like, why are you crossing paths with these people who are ready? Because it's a projection. It's because your readiness inside is showing up in the connections that you're having. Okay. Anywhere where you've been projecting feelings into a situation and making it somebody else's responsibility, you're not doing that no more. And that is part of what allows you to gain the new pearl. So with all that, I'm going to go ahead and read your alpha and omega messages. And what do we have? The 4 of action. Your hard work and sincere efforts lead you to a sense of safety, contentment, and financial security. You deserve to take a break and enjoy the magnificent life you've created. It may be time to celebrate a wonderful event, such as an engagement, a wedding, buying a new home, or the birth of a child. Love it. That's the energy, because we did talked about how you're being fertile. And they say, yeah, just remember you're creating it for yourself, right? And materialize the heck out of this. Let's see what else in your final message. Dearest you, we need you to know that you can miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story, one in which you were a victim of someone else's actions or your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying the burden. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others. What you really desire, right? Imagine what that you carry when you do not forgive. Everyone over here believes in you and adores you. And that correlates to this energy that we had over here about the judgment. It's like setting yourself free from this energies from the past. All right. So this is what I have for you. I'm so thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Thank you for putting something in the comments. As a matter of fact, if you felt this vibe and this energy, put it in the comments. I free myself of all past contracts. I free myself of past ideas. I free myself from the past. Pick your favorite, put it in the comments, claim it, share it, like it, all that stuff. Others to find the message easier. Others like us who are trying. And so, with all that being said and done, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out. Hey.